joint compound.
Joint compound.
Joint compound.
Home Depot is the greatest resource ever. Oh, it's so good. There's one in Manhattan, but it's like more for people that can't get to IKEA on time.
The other thing about armor that's really cool is a lot of people think you have to spend a lot of money, and you don't. Armor costumes tend to, I think, can be built a lot cheaper than fabric costumes can. You can go out and get some cardboard, not corrugated, but regular just sheets of cardboard, you know, brown on one side, white on the other. Wet them down, bend them into shapes, and just take some cheesecloth and white glue, soak your cheesecloth from white glue and put that on the back, and then just, you know, smooth over the top, sand it down.
If you want to be hardcore about it, then fiberglass resin over it. That's like really scary. I haven't done it yet. Yeah, resin is like a whole other monster.
Paper
clay. Paper clay. It's like it's the consistency of clay, but it's like really, really fine paper mache. And you mold it. It's really, really easy to work with. I have a lot of difficulty working with model magic.
Model magic.
Yes, but I suck at it.
Fine sandpaper.
Oh, wait. So paper clay, you have to let it dry for a couple days, and then it's as light as paper. Well, in that case, you're an ugly person.
I personally like model magic better than I like paper clay because the weight's lighter. But I mean, they're both essentially sort of two ways of doing the same thing. And she doesn't like resin, but I think that resin's pretty great, so we can agree to disagree. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, please. I can't hear you.
Such as jewelry that you can't. Okay. So the question was, props, how would you go about replicating jewelry that you can't just buy from Claire's or something? How would you go about doing that? There is a store, actually, on the 30... No, is it? No, it's by 34th Street.
Okay, wait,
like
you
Broadway.
are not talking about metalliferous.
No.
I'm talking about metalliferous. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about this Japanese store, actually, that sells... Yeah, the Japanese store.
It's on 6th Avenue and in the 30s. It's on the, yes, it's on the east side of the street. And you will be able to tell because you'll be walking and then all of a sudden you'll see a store and it's got everything that is jewelry. And my friend Tina made a bell from Trinity Blood and she dropped like $200 on like some beads. And they were fantastic. And it's like all the research. There's the garment district has a ton of trimmings and just doodads and thingamaboppers. I mean, if you're talking about, are you talking about more jewelry or like gigantic props?
Okay.
Jewelry, all right.
I would say that you should definitely go up and check out Metalliferous. It's on 46th Street between 5th and 6th. It's on the 2nd floor. There's a purple sign, and they're actually, I think, the major jewelry supply store in New York. And you can get everything there from just like, you know, sheet silver to pre-fabricated cast parts to finials to whatever it is that you happen to need, jewelry, screws, anything. Okay, so what I would say is that what you can do is that depending on the item, you can either go out and get jewelry components and make the item yourself, or you can, if it's super crazy, you can just like fakey it.
My Rutella costume has a bunch of like silly jewelry things all over it. It was craft foam and skull beads. I didn't care.
You know, especially if it's a large piece of jewelry, like smaller, it's going to be harder to fake. But if it's like some giant crown with like things coming out of it or something, I mean, just make it out of craft foam.
Yeah. Make everything out of craft foam. It is, oh man, craft
foam. And if
foam.
you're trying to like fake a finial, just cut out different layers of craft foam and put them on top of each other. You'll have like a etched thing. If you're trying to fake like a finial, like when you have one layer of metal that has scroll work cut onto it over another layer of metal.
Oh yeah, like layers of craft foam, and then just, you know, it's painting. It's all painting.